Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Thoughts to Chew On, the show where the chopping block gets fleshed out, and today we're going to talk about the king of the neckbeards, aka MovieBob. MovieBob is a commentary channel that mainly focuses on pop culture topics, but he's well known for his work on The Escapist. MovieBob recently got into drama with Lindsay, Ellis, a former producer and channel awesome and popular YouTube essayist. But before we get into the meat of it all, what events led to this moment? And it unfortunately began with the film Cuties. So, MovieBob is one of the many defenders of the film Cuties because apparently we don't get the film. This led to many threads and tweets about his disappointment and opposition towards other critics, one of which being Tulsi Gabbard, who was critical of the film. MovieBob states,
"Least surprising heel / bigger heel turn of the year, folks. Everyone who said she was never running as a Trump spoiler or a Bernie surrogate, but a clout-chasing hack who gets off on being a pinup for 8chan chuds and IDW incels, go collect your prize money."
He then goes on to state,
"As expected, every reply thread to actual review posts for #cuties is basically flypaper for Trump / Gator / Q cultists to be reported for targeted harassment. This is full 2014 playbook stuff, weaponizing #Netflix's stupid marketing fuck up to galvanize the troll patrol."
If you think that's bad, it actually gets worse. He states,
"They're still trying to make Cuties as a pedophile film a real thing, even though it's been, viewable for free for weeks, and everyone who matters has either seen it or heard a review and knows what it actually was, and that they were lying. The idiot bubble is unreal."
No matter how you cut it, MovieBob loves the film Cuties, and thinks it's getting a bad rep, like it's some cult classic that we normies can't begin to comprehend. And if you're thinking, this is completely out of context, or this is a baseless assertion, he has doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on this. And all of this can be found on his public Twitter account, which is now locked. We'll get back to that in a bit. But despite the overwhelming amount of criticism thrown at him, MovieBob, defender of Cuties, has chosen to die on this particular hill, with his thoughts and opinions still left for people to ridicule. And speaking of ridicule, on October 4th, 2020, the channel Memeology 101 published the video Cuties' Greatest Fan. In the video, Memeology criticizes MovieBob over his pro-Cuties tweets, and at the end of the video, he made a joke saying that Bob likes kids due to his defense of the film and the fact that he's sad that Halloween got cancelled. While the joke screws up the overall message of the video, it was just a joke. MovieBob wasn't offended by this particular joke and made a call to action to his fans, stating,
"Okay, I hate to ask this of folks, but a targeted harassment video has been posted to YouTube that's driving Brigade's attack on my channel as part of a hate campaign against film critics. Please report / flag this as much as possible."
He then ended that tweet with a link to Memeology's video. Now, the video in question was not about him being a film critic, nor was it a form of harassment. It was a video critiquing him based on the things he said on his public Twitter account, with pictures of said tweets being provided. And it's pretty ironic that a guy who spends his entire adult life criticizing things can't take a bit of criticism himself. Not only did MovieBob send his fans to flag Memeology's video and channel under false pretenses, he also claimed that Memeology wished harm upon protesters. Notice how there's no citation or source? Because he was quick to link a video that was critical of him, but not evidence of a creator inciting harm against others? This, combined with tagging Team YouTube, the YouTube Twitter account, and Susan Wojcicki, showed how desperate he was to squander this critical video about him. But despite his fans flocking to report Memeology's video and channel, the tweets themselves didn't get enough traction, which is the reason why he tagged various YouTube accounts in the first place. Funny, that's the exact same thing Gabby Hanna did 3 months ago, and if you think about it, it is pretty much the same thing. For Gabby Hanna, it was Pegasus, and for MovieBob, it was Memeology 101. MovieBob could have actually got his entire channel deleted due to the misuse of the flagging system, which is breaching YouTube TOS. Under permissions and restrictions, it states, the following restrictions apply to your use of the service. Misuse any reporting, flagging, complaint, dispute, or appeals process included by making groundless, vexatious, or frivolous submissions. So not only did he try to get someone's channel deleted over a critical video, he broke terms of service, and while I doubt that he'll lose his channel, I mean it's still up right now, what a way to shoot yourself in the foot. Another example of MovieBob's arrogance, but despite the amount of criticism thrown at him, he left his account open to ridicule, up until a couple days ago.
I
So the Twitter user Joda talks about how it's normal to have a group chat because people talk to friends in group chats. Lindsay Ellis agrees with Joda, but MovieBob decides to respond to Ellis with a selfie of them together at some con. The picture pretty much screams, "Hey, I'm friends with Lindsay Ellis." In the picture, she looks kind of uncomfortable, but that's up to interpretation. Lindsay Ellis sees his response and decides to unleash the wrath of God, saying,
"This is honestly really inappropriate and creepy, dude. A selfie at a con several years ago does not mean we are friends. Also, the fact that I have soft blocked you like 6 times and you always refollow is creepy. Take the hint and please leave me alone."
MovieBob, heartbroken from his waifu telling him to fuck off, tweets this out.
I'm not planning to say anything further publicly here on Twitter about what I imagine many people want to ask me about, other than to say I feel deeply hurt, confused, and borderline gaslighted, but that I won't push for explanations that may invite irritation.
Lindsay Ellis then pulls out a reverse card stating,
"That feeling when you get accused of gaslighting for telling a male feminist whom you have not spoken to in years to leave you alone."
After this, MovieBob locked his account and his fans went out of their way to harass Ellis for calling him out. Ellis went on multiple threads, shining a light on the relationship and that there was no relationship to begin with.
"Getting a tiny bit sick of people calling me a harassment-enabling hypocrite for publicly calling out a man who has made me uncomfortable for years, all while he tried to create an image that we have some sort of connection or relationship when there is none. I am not about to accept responsibility for any dog piles that happen as a result of me having to publicly tell him to leave me alone, and to stop projecting to his audience that we have some form of relationship. I unfollowed him years ago because of how toxic he is. I slept on it a full 24 hours before I decided how to handle it. Even blocking him wasn't going to stop him from broadcasting to the world this delusion that he and I are friends. And I want it to be public that I don't condone the things he says. No, it's not okay."
MovieBob has been going around telling people that they were friends when that wasn't true. She doesn't want people to think that she condones his actions and overall just wants him to leave her alone. The Bob stands went to claim that she shouldn't have done this due to a power imbalance with her having a bigger platform than him, but the guy was a creep and a nuisance to her for years, grifting off a relationship that wasn't even real, so I don't know what to tell you. As of the writing of this video, MovieBob has now unprivate his account with a pinned tweet stating,
"One thing you'll never get from me, describing/complaining about any criticism directed at me as my having gotten cancelled or buying into any disingenuous sympathy for the same. This is a love-bombing free zone where we take responsibility."
While this is interesting, knowing MovieBob, I doubt this new mantra will hold any water. So in conclusion, MovieBob is a man who 1. Defended cuties, 2. Uses a platform to mass flag Memeology's channel and the video that was critical of him, and 3. Grifted by using the names of others for a status boost. And many other things that we can come back to another time. I'm still at a loss for words on how someone can confidently boast their shitty opinions and actions despite the feedback, but when someone tells him to fuck off for being a creep, he locks his account and hides until it's over. I'm AkiDave, and that's the big picture. Hey everyone, thank you guys for watching. If you have any topic suggestions for the show, comment down below. Of course, I'd like to thank my 2 patrons, Leo Crit and Hachi, and if you'd like to support the channel, my page will be linked here and in the end screen, and for $1 a month, your name gets show up right here. Love you guys, and shamalamoomoo.